Okay, so somebody recently said to me that vegetarianism would make your hair fall out because you don't get enough protein. So your hair falls out if you go on a vegetarian diet, and therefore vegetarianism is bad. And I just thought that was the funniest thing I ever heard, because there's more than enough protein in the plant kingdom. Many plant foods are even higher in protein than the animal foods are. And if you're eating whole, recognizable foods that come from the earth, like beans, nuts and seeds, even fruits and vegetables, they all have protein in them. Protein is made up of amino acids, and every food has amino acids in it. Now, it's better to try to get your amino acids from things like nuts, seeds, vegetables, fruit, because those amino acids are in their raw state, and your body has a much easier time to digest those amino acids than a food like meat that's been cooked, because those amino acids become damaged. So then your body has to reconstruct all that. So you actually are getting more, I would say, bioavailable or protein that's more utilized by the body versus, all the meat protein. And the other thing is the meat protein is very acidic, so it kind of upsets the acid-alkaline balance of your body. So, and plus, meat comes along with the hormones, it comes along with the antibiotics, the pesticides. A lot of these things are concentrated in the meat because a lot of the animals today are sick. So, the less you eat on the food chain, the less total burden you're going to be putting on your organs, like your liver and kidney. It's just a lot cleaner feel when you're getting your protein from plant sources. But back to the original thing, that eating vegetarian food will make your hair fall out, is simply not true. There's many vegetarians who have full heads of thick hair, and there's vegetarians that don't have any hair. And your diet is just one little factor when it comes to having healthy hair. There's other factors that come into play, such as your genetics, which is probably, I would say, the biggest factor when it comes into play with your hair. If you have any history of baldness in your family, if it comes from your mother's side or your father's side, if you're a guy especially, there's a good chance that you're going to have that as well. You're just going to genetically inherit that. It doesn't mean that you're unhealthy. It just means that that's what you genetically inherited. Now, there are ways to slow that down, and you do that by eating a really healthy diet. So that would be a plant-based diet full of antioxidants, because that diet will help to slow the aging process down. You slow the aging process down, then you're not going to basically express your genetics as quickly because you're not aging as quickly. It's pretty much, if you inherit the baldness gene and you want to express that quick, just age yourself really quick. So as you become more mature, those traits start to appear much faster. So it's pretty easy to understand, but I don't think a lot of people understand. I think a lot of people miss that point. So, if you're eating, like I said, if you're eating beans and nuts and you're eating enough calories every day, you're not going to fall short in protein. Seriously, we only need about 34 to 35 grams of protein a day, and most people are eating far more protein than they actually need, which isn't good for your body. And the other thing is that breast milk, perfect food for humans, when babies are growing the most out of their whole lives, breast milk only contains 5% protein. Fruit contains about 7% protein. So, we don't really need all of this protein that people say that we need. And, but nevertheless, if you're starving, and you don't have enough food available, then yeah, it is possible. If you go long enough without eating any food, you won't probably get even 30 grams of protein. But if you live in you know, a country where there's a lot of food available and you're not starving, I wouldn't even worry about that. As long as you're eating enough food, you're getting enough protein. Hands down, you are. So, you know, people don't understand vegetarianism, they don't understand veganism, they don't understand eating a healthy diet. They just hear a lot of negative things from people, but they never really looked into it themselves. And I think a lot of times people just don't want to give up, you know, meat and milk and all these foods that they've been attached to their whole lives. So, like I said, if you have enough food available and you're eating whole foods like beans, nuts, seeds, veggies, fruits, rice, potatoes, all these foods have plentiful amounts of protein in it. And, you know, I still have some hair in my head and my nails grow really quickly. Nails are a good indicator too if you're getting all the nutrition that you need, and your nails will grow quick. Because nails are mostly made up of protein, and your hair is made up of protein. So if your hair and nails are growing quickly, you're definitely getting the nutrients and the proteins and all these things that you need. So, you know, don't be misled by people that say, you know, don't go vegetarian or don't eat healthy because your hair will fall out. You know, that's ridiculous. Eating healthy, whole plant foods is going to make your hair healthier, it's going to make your nails healthier, it's going to make your skin healthier. And you're going to lose some weight, and you're going to have more energy, and your brain's going to work better, and your vision's going to be better, and you're going to prevent a lot of degenerative diseases. And you're going to age slower, too. So, you know, but hey, people don't want to give up their processed foods, they don't want to give up their sugar, and they don't want to give up all these unhealthy animal products that they're consuming. But, you know, you just gotta look at this yourself, and you gotta be convinced in your own mind. You know, I'm just a messenger, so, you know, don't be afraid of going vegetarian or vegan. As long as you're eating good, healthy, whole foods in large quantities, you're going to be alright. And you're going to get all the nutrients you need.